Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 9th. So students, in the previous video we have completed reading with art chapter number 5 from the book Moments. The name of the chapter is The Happy Prince. So it is very interesting story and I am very much sure that the story and the message that this story is having is clear to you all. And in today's video we will see the comprehension part, we will solve the question. So let's begin. Question first, why do the courtiers call the prince the happy prince? Is he really happy? What does he see all around him? So in this question, first of all we have to tell that what was the reason that all the courtiers they used to call the prince as the happy prince. Secondly, we have to tell that really is he very happy, and third we have to tell that what are the things that the happy prince see all around him. So let's see the answer. The courtiers called the prince the happy prince because he was always happy. So first of all we are writing the reason that why the courtiers they used to call the prince as happy prince. So the reason is that the prince always he was very happy. He did not know what tears were as he lived in a palace where sorrow was not allowed to enter. And why he was always happy? Because he was a prince. He was having all the luxuries, all the comforts of life, and he used to live in a palace, and he was having no idea about the tears, about the pains, about the sufferings that are there in the life of human beings. And in his palace all the sorrow, misery, pain, they were not at all allowed to enter. So always he was happy. He was having all kinds of happiness, luxuries in his life, and he was totally unaware about the pain, agony, or we can say sufferings of human life. So always he was happy. So this was the reason that all his courtiers they used to call him as a happy prince. No, he is not really happy. And now we are answering this question that is he really happy? So our answer is that no, now he is not at all happy. After that, when he was made into a statue, tears flowed down his eyes on seeing the ugliness and the miseries of his city. So now after his death, when he was there as a statue, so now he is able to see all kinds of ugliness and miseries of his city, ugliness and miseries of the people of his city. So after seeing them, there are tears in his eyes and he was weeping, he was crying. Next question, why does the happy prince send a ruby for the seamstress? What does the swallow do in the seamstress's house? So in this question we have to tell first of all the reason that what was the reason that the statue of the happy prince he sent a ruby for the seamstress, for the woman. And the next question we have to write that when the little bird swallow, when he was there inside the house of the seamstress, so there what does the bird do? Okay, so let's see the answer. The happy prince sent a ruby for the seamstress because she was very poor and could not feed her child who was suffering from fever. So first of all we are writing the reason that why the statue of the happy prince he gave the ruby that was there on his sword hilt to give away to the woman who was the seamstress. Why? Because that woman she was very poor and she was not able to feed her child who was suffering from fever. He was asking for oranges, but his mother had nothing to give him. So the statue was able to see that the son, or we can say the child of this woman, he was having the fever and he was asking for oranges, but the woman she was so poor that he was not having anything to give away to his child. So the child he was in fever and he was crying for oranges. The happy prince saw the poor lady and her son. So the statue of the happy prince he saw that house in which the lady, the woman and his son was there. He felt pity for them and finally he was having the feeling of sympathy for them. So he asked the swallow to pick out the ruby from the sword and give it to the seamstress. So finally he commanded the little bird swallow to pick out the ruby stone that was there in the sword and to give away it to the seamstress. The swallow with ruby in his beak went to the seamstress's house. So finally the little bird swallow he he obeyed the command and he was flying with the ruby that was there in his beak, and he was flying towards the house of the seamstress. When he reached there, she had fallen asleep, and finally when the little bird swallow, when he was there at the house of the seamstress, then the lady seamstress, she was sleeping. Why? Because she was very much tired. So the swallow kept the ruby on the table where she worked. So the little bird swallow, he just kept the ruby, the precious stone, where on the table where the woman she used to work. He then flew round the bed, fanning the boy's forehead with his wings. After that, the bird, he was flying round the bed, and on the bed there was the boy who was having fever. So he was flying over the bed and he was fanning the boy's forehead with the help of his wings. This made the boy feel relaxed and he went to sleep. So earlier this boy, he was unable to sleep because he was having such a high fever, but when the bird, he was flying over his forehead, he was fanning his forehead. So after that, the boy, he was feeling better, he was relaxed, and finally he was able to sleep. So finally he went to sleep. Next question, for whom does the prince send the sapphires and why? So in this question we have to tell that the statue of the happy prince, he was having two precious stones in his eyes. So we have to tell that for whom does the prince, he sent these stones that are sapphires, and we have to tell the reason also. So let's see the answer. The happy prince sent the sapphires for two people. So he was having two sapphires, so he gave both the stones to two different people. First of all, he sent a sapphire for a young writer who was trying to finish a play for the director of the theatre, but he was too cold to write anymore. So first of all, the statue of the happy prince, he saw that one playwright is there who is trying to finish a play for the director of the theatre, but he is unable to finish, he is unable to write anymore. Why? Because he was too cold. Okay, so there was no fire in his fireplace and he was hungry. So this was the reason he was not able to finish the play. There was no fire in the grate and hunger made him faint. Okay, so the statue of the happy prince, he saw that there was no fire in the grate. This was the reason he was too cold to write anymore, and he was so much hungry, and because of the hunger he was so much weak, he was so much faint. Prince sent him a sapphire so that he could arrange money by selling it and buy firewood and finish his play in time. So the statue of the happy prince, he just wanted to help that a young playwright, so he sent one precious stone, one sapphire for him, so that he means the young playwright, he could arrange money by selling it, and he could buy firewood, and he would be able to finish his play in time. Clear? The prince sent his second sapphire to a poor match girl. Now we are writing about the second precious stone. So this time the statue of the happy prince, he gave away his second eye, the second precious stone, to a poor match girl. She was standing in the square just below him. Her matches had fallen into the gutter. And why? What is the reason? So this match girl, she was standing in the square just below him, and by chance, by mistake, all her matches, they had fallen into the gutter. The prince knew that her father would beat her if she did not bring home some money, and the statue of the happy prince, he was aware with this thing that when this little poor girl, she will go to her home and she will tell entire things, then her father, he will beat her. So the prince gave her the second sapphire, seeing which she became very happy and ran home smiling all the way. So finally the statue of the happy prince, he decided to help that girl. So the king, he gave away his second eye to that poor match girl, and now finally the girl, when she was having that precious stone, then she was very much happy, and then she ran away her home smiling all the way. So finally the king, he was able to help two people with the help of his two eyes. Next question, what does the swallow see when it flies over the city? So now in this question we have to write that when the happy prince, when he ordered the swallow to fly over his city, so when the swallow, when he was flying over the city, so what are the things that the little bird swallow he sees when he was flying over the city? So let's see the answer. When the swallow flew over the city, he saw different types of people. So when the little bird swallow, when he was flying over the city, so he was able to see different kinds of people. He saw the rich making merry in their beautiful houses while the beggars were sitting at the gate. So first of all, he observed that all the rich people, all the wealthy people, they are enjoying their life, they are having very luxurious beautiful houses, and they are inside the houses, they are having fun, and the beggars, or we can say the poor people, they were sitting at the gates. When he flew into the dark lanes, he saw the white faces of starving children looking out listlessly at the black streets. And when the bird swallow, when he was flying into the dark lanes, so there he saw the white faces of starving children. So there he saw that children were there and they were very much hungry, and because of hunger their faces were completely white and they were looking listlessly without any interest towards the darkness of the street. Under the archway of a bridge, he saw two little boys lying in each other's arms trying to keep themselves warm in the rain. And one more scene was there that this bird saw. So when he was there under the archway of a bridge, so there he saw that two little boys were there. They were lying, they were holding each other very tightly. Why? Because they were trying to keep themselves warm in the rain, in the cold weather, in the winter season. They were extremely hungry and had no shelter, but the watchman shouted at them and ordered them to vacate the archway. So both the boys, they were very much hungry, they were homeless boys and they were having no shelter. So this was the reason they were sitting there under the archway of the bridge, but one watchman was there and that watchman shouted at them and ordered them to vacate the archway. So the swallow observed that the rich people were enjoying their life, they were having no consideration for the poor one who were suffering and were in pain and misery. So finally the swallow, he observed that all the rich people, they are enjoying their own life, they are having all kinds of luxuries and comforts and they are busy in enjoying their own life and they are having no consideration, no thoughtfulness, no care for the poor people who are suffering and who are in pain and misery. So this was the observation of the little bird swallow. Next question, why did the swallow not leave the prince and go to Egypt? So in this question we have to tell the reason that the little bird swallow, he just wanted to go to Egypt, but finally he decided that he will stay there only, he won't go to Egypt. So we have to tell the reason, that what was the reason for that, that the swallow, he decided that he won't leave the prince and he never ever go to Egypt. So we have to write the reason. So let's see the answer. Since the prince had given away the two sapphires of his eyes to the people in need, he had become blind. So when the statue of the happy prince, when he gave away the two precious stones that were there in his eyes, so now he was completely blind, now he was unable to see anything. Touched by his kindness and to give him support, the swallow decided to stay with the prince always. So now the little bird swallow, he was so much touched, he was so much impressed when he saw the kindness of the statue of the little prince, and this was the reason he decided to stay with the prince always. He left the idea of going to Egypt and decided to serve the prince. So finally he left the idea of going to Egypt and he decided that he will be there always with the prince, he will support the prince, he will serve the prince. Next question, what are the precious things mentioned in the story? Why are they precious? In this question we have to tell about the precious things that are mentioned in the story, and again we have to tell the reason that why these things are so much precious. So let's see the answer. The precious things mentioned in the story are the leaden heart of the happy prince and the dead bird. So we can write that two things, the two most precious things that are mentioned in the chapter, The first thing is the leaden heart of the happy prince, and the second thing is the dead body of the bird. They are both precious because they were kind and selfless. And what is the reason that even God also regarded these two things as the most precious things? The reason is that they both are very much kind and selfless. The prince was very sad to see the ugliness and miseries of his city. He gave away all his precious stones and gold to make his people happy. So we can write that yes, king, he was actually very kind, he was kind hearted, because when he saw the ugliness and miseries of his people, of his city, so at that time he was very much sad and he just wanted to help his people, and for that he gave away all his precious stones and all the golden layer. Why? Just to help his people, just to make his people happy. The little swallow was precious because he sacrificed his trips to Egypt and showed kindness by carrying the prince's messages to the poor. And now we are writing about the bird. So we are writing that the little bird swallow, he was precious. Why? Because he also sacrificed his life, he sacrificed his trip to Egypt, and he also showed kindness. Why? Because he was the messenger of the happy prince, and the happy prince was able to help his people just because of the little bird swallow. He decided to stay back for the prince when he was blind, though he knew that he would face difficulties in winter. And this little bird swallow, he just decided that he will be there just to serve the prince who was completely blind, though he was very much aware with this thing that there will be winter and those weather conditions are totally unfavorable for him and he won't be able to survive in that conditions. Still he decided that he will be there only. Finally, when he could no longer bear the cold, he died and fell down at the prince's feet. And finally, because of the weather conditions, he was unable to survive, and finally he died and fell down at the feet of the statue. The prince loved him so much that his leaden heart broke into two. So at that time, the prince, who was having a deep love for the bird, he was so sad that his heart, it broke down into two pieces. When God asked one of the angels to bring him the two most precious things in the city, the angel brought him the leaden heart and the dead bird. And in the story we have read that once God, he asked his angels to bring the most precious things. So the angel, he brought first of all the broken leaden heart, and second the dead body of the bird. God appreciates the angel's decision and said that the little bird would forever sing in his garden of paradise, and the happy prince would praise him in his city of gold. So finally God, he was also agreed with this decision, with these choices, and he said that now the little bird, he will forever sing in his garden of paradise, and the happy prince, he would always praise him in his city of gold. So according to God also, both the bird and the happy prince, they were the most precious things in the city because of their kind heartedness, because of their selflessness, and because of this thing that they were having consideration of other people, they were caring for other people, and they just wanted to help all the people. So students, we have completed all the questions here. I hope the chapter and all the question answers, everything is clear to you all, and in the next video we will start reading with our new chapter. So see you in the next video. Thank you.